Hello members, my name is Lyndon Saltibus, webmaster at ASTA, and today we are going to go over the process of creating your ASTA profile. So why should you have a complete profile? Well, by having a complete profile, consumers can easily find you on our consumer-facing website, travelsense.org. TravelSense is our online directory of ASTA members where consumers can find travel advisors with special qualifications or specializations. As a reminder, this is a free benefit to all ASTA members. We are bringing the leads to you. Now we will begin the process of updating your profile. This is a very easy process, even a caveman could do it. Next, we'll visit asta.org to log in with our username and password. As you could see, I'm already here on asta.org, so we'll begin the login process by using our username and password to enter our profile. If you forgot your password, you could always click the link right here to retrieve it. Once you've logged in, you could click the My Profile link to enter your profile. Your screen should look like this. When choosing an image for your TravelSense profile, it is important to make a good impression. Ideally, you'd like to choose an image where you are dressed in business casual attire. We know that profiles with no images or blurry images are least likely to attract consumers. Therefore, you want to get it right. You want to pick a suitable image to represent you and your business. In the next section, we'll go through the process of choosing an image to upload into your profile. Now we'll head over to the desktop to retrieve the image that we will be using in our profile. I decided to save my image on the desktop because it's the easiest place to get to my image, but you could save your image anywhere you like. This is the image that I will be using to upload into my profile. So I will right click on the image, go to Open With, and open in Paint. Now, Microsoft Paint is a free tool on all Windows machines. Now, there are many free image editing tools that you could use to get the job done. However, we understand that people don't have access to tools like Photoshop and some of the more expensive tools used in image editing. Therefore, we are going to use Paint to be able to get the job done because it's free and it's available on most Windows machines. At the end of the video, I will provide some links that you could use for free photo image editing software. As you could see, we decided to use this image to upload into our profile. As you can see, Judy is dressed in business attire. She has a nice smile. Her hair is well done. I think she'll make a good impression. However, this image is way too huge to upload into our profile. Therefore, we want to do some image editing to be able to crop this photo down to a good size. Now remember, at first, you want to start with a big enough image. You want to start with an image that's high in resolution. Resolution meaning you could see all the details of your image, and it is good so that you could crop and make edits to the image. As you could see, this image is about 1104 pixels by 968 pixels, so that's good enough so that we could edit. So now let's begin the process of editing this image and bringing it down to the size we want. So we'll close this, and we're gonna select our image by selecting here, and then with this selected, we'll just crop our image. And notice this image, you could see that she's in business attire, but we don't want to go all the way down here. We want to just take it about, say, right here, and then we're gonna move up and we're gonna crop it, and then we're gonna say crop. Now that this image is cropped, we want to bring it down to size. So we're going to use a size of width 250 pixels. So we're going to press resize, pixels 250, and notice that once I type in 250, this automatically gets updated as well. So if I type 1000, this automatically get updated, but we want a photo that is about 250 pixels wide. However, if you decide you want to change, you don't like the snapping of the horizontal and the vertical positions, you could always uncheck this so that you could control whatever your pixels are. However, we're gonna stick with what it gives us. It's important to keep the aspect ratio, so we're gonna say 245. Okay, so now we click OK, and voila, here is your image, and I think that's good enough and ready to upload. So now we will save our image, save as, and then we'll head over to the desktop. Now you want to name this anything you want. I'm gonna name it Judy. Click save. Now that we have saved this image to our desktop, we'll go ahead and upload it into our profile. We will click on this icon right here. We will select our image, and then we could save and upload. And here is the image right here. In this lesson, we learned how to choose an image to upload in your TravelSense profile, crop and prepare the image to upload into your profile, and finally uploading the image into the TravelSense profile, which is what we see here. Next, we'll go through additional steps of creating or updating your TravelSense profile. These steps are extremely important because they determine the way you show up in the search results on travelsense.org. So now we'll take a look at the About section. Right now we are in the About section, and in order to edit your addresses and the different information that comes in your About section, all you got to do is click an icon, the pencil icon. So right here, in order for me to update my business address, now a lot of this stuff is already filled out, but I'm just giving you an example of how you'd go about updating your profile or creating your profile. So it is very important that you list your country, your address, your city, your state. These are things consumers look for when contacting agents. You want to make sure you have your email address and phone number. Once you have decided that you have filled all this out, if you decide you want your mail, you want to use this as your preferred mailing address, you would click these options right here. Once you have decided that this is what you want, you would click save, and that would be saved in your profile. And the same goes for these right here. So your personal information, you just click this icon and you'll be updating this. our browser is slow, but you get the idea. You would just click these icons and you'd be able to update each and every one of these options. um, Same goes for your social media. If you don't have social media, that's fine, but if you don't have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you want to put as much information in your profile as possible so consumers could find you. And again, once you've done filling out all these sections, all you got to do is click the save and close button. And the same goes for all these right here. Like for consortia, you want to click the consortias you belong to or franchises. Once you're done, you click the save button. And the same goes for your host agency. So, and then if you have other addresses, you would list them here, and basically the same thing, same process. You list them here. If you prefer this address to be your shipping or mailing address, you could also click these options right here. Next, we'll head over to the specialization section. Now, like I said before, this is already filled out, but we'll still go through the process. The specialization section is very important. This is how consumers will find you on TravelSense to help them book their trips. You will want to ensure that you have filled out all the fields in this section in detail, for it will be the deciding factor in how you show up in search on travelsense.org. The area of expertise section right here is how consumers will find you via our search engine. You want to ensure that you click all the necessary boxes that applies to you. So if you're an African specialist, if you specialize in Africa, you want to make sure that you check that box so that when consumers go to travelsense.org and they type in Africa, you show up in search. If you specialize in Italy or any of these options right here, you want to ensure that you click it so that you show up in the search results on travelsense.org. Another important section is the About Me section right here. You want to make sure that this is filled out, and we recommend that you fill out a catchy tagline so that you could attract consumers, and make sure that you list your passion, and we recommend that you type no less than 100 words in the About Me section detailing interesting things about you that will make travelers want to read about you. This is the first thing that they will see when they come to your profile. You want to get their attention right away. So you want to make sure that you fill out these important boxes here in order to be able to capture a traveler and to get their business. So it's important that you fill out all these boxes which is relevant to you. Thank you for joining us today. Hope this tutorial was helpful. You can find this tutorial at www.asta.org/profile update. If you have questions, concerns, please email ASTA at askasta@asta.org.